All right, I hope that you enjoyed watching Riley, Max, and I measure different things around our house. We did improvise a little bit, but that's okay because we're at home and that's what we're doing. So let's take a look now at how we're going to convert the measurements that we did in those video clips to all inches. So what we did in those video clips, we did basically we did our foot measurements and then we went a little bit extra into the inches. So now we're going to convert them to all inches. So for the first one, it was 1 foot and 8 inches. So in order to figure out the total amount of inches for that, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So if we had 1 foot, that is equal to 12 inches. And we have to add in those extra 8 inches, which would give us a total of 20 inches for the desk's width. So here, for number 1, we had that it was 1 foot 8 inches, and it would be a total of 20 inches long. So if we said about how many feet is it, we would say, oh, it was about 2 feet wide, or it would be about 20 inches long. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the next one. The next one was 2 feet 11 inches. So we have 2 feet. So here's 1 foot, 1 foot, and then we had an extra 11 inches. So 1 foot is 12 inches, another foot is another 12 inches, and then we have an additional 11 inches. So we have to add those three together because it was 2 feet. So 1 foot, 12 inches, plus the extra 11 inches equals a total of 35 inches long. So when we measured across the window, it would have been 35 inches long. Or we could have said that 2 feet, 11 inches, since 11 inches is really close to another foot, we could have said that it was about 3 feet long. Okay? All right, so we measured across the door, and the door was 2 feet, 9 inches. So I can actually keep these. So 1 foot equals 12 inches. The next foot would equal 12 inches, and then this I need to change to a 9 inches. So let's go ahead and add those up together. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 9 equals 13. Carry my 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. So the door's width would have been about 33 inches. And we could say that 2 feet, 9 inches. So the inches, the 9 is closer to the end of the foot. So we would add in another foot. So that would be 3 feet long. So if we said what was the width of the door, we would say it's about 3 feet long. And if we said how many inches was the door, we would say it's 33 inches long. So these were the exact measurements using the feet and the inches combined, but we had to go back and figure out the total amount of inches and the total amount of feet that it was. So you can either give a measurement using all inches or all feet. All right, go ahead and flip your page. So we're now on page 573, and we're going to do the same thing to figure out how many inches are on there. We're now on page 573. Okay. So the chalkboard. So picture when we are going across the whiteboard, we went 1, 2 feet, and then there was a little bit extra. So since that first foot was 12 inches, and then the next foot was another 12 inches, and then we measured that there was about 8 inches left over, we have to add up those numbers together to find out the total amount of inches. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 8 equals 12. Carry my 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. So it was about 32 inches wide was that whiteboard. And then 2 feet, 8 inches. So we had a full 2 feet, and the 8 is closer to the end of the ruler. So we would say it's about 3 feet. Excuse me. Okay. The next one was a poster. It was that Browns poster in Max's room. So when we measured the poster, it was 1 full foot and an extra 10 inches. So we would have to the 1 foot would be equal to 12 inches plus the extra 10 inches, which would equal 22 total inches. So the poster across was 22 inches. So it was 1 foot and then an extra 10 inches, which is almost the second ruler. So it would be about 2 feet wide. All right, the next one was the teacher's desk. That was Riley's desk downstairs. And we said that it was 3 feet, 1 inches. So we have to add up. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So we're gonna add up. There's 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet. Remember, 1, 2, 3, and there's 12 inches each time. Plus, we had 1 extra inch there, so we have to add that in because we had 3 feet, 1, 2, 3, plus the 1 extra inch. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. So the teacher's desk was about 37 inches long. Or we could say 1, 2, 3, and then just 1 extra inch. It would still be just, we would say about 3 feet long. All right, we did not have an easel at our house. We used to, but we got rid of it. So we did Riley's bakery set because our old easel was about that high. So we thought that was a good estimate for that. So this one, it measured exactly 3 feet. So I have 12 plus 12 plus 12 because each foot equals 12. When I add those together, I get 36 total inches. So we could say that that easel was 36 inches, or we could say that it was exactly 3 feet because there were no extra inches there. And the bulletin board, same thing. This one worked out really nicely. It was 2 feet. So 2 feet would be the same as 12 plus 12. And when I add those together, it equals 24. So we could say that the bulletin board was 24 inches, or we could say that it was exactly 2 feet. So when you're measuring, you can either measure using inches or you can measure using feet. If it's something bigger, you probably want to use feet because it won't take as long. You just have to move your ruler out like this. 1, 2, 3. If you're counting by inches, though, you would have to say, if you were measuring, you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on, and it would take a really long time. So inches are smaller, feet are bigger. And how many inches are in a foot? 12. How many inches are in a foot? 12. How many inches are in 1 foot? 12. Okay. This problem wanted us to estimate the length of a real shelf in inches and in feet. So we're now on page 574. Riley measured her trophy case, her trophy shelf, and she made a really good estimate. She said that it was going to be exactly 2 feet. I don't know if she cheated or not. I didn't see her do that. But when she measured it, it was actually 2 feet long. So she wrote down that it was going to be 2 feet 0 inches. I think what they were going for, though, is they said that it was either going to be 2 feet or 24 inches. Because when we add up 12 plus 12 for the 2 feet, it really equals 24. So her shelf was 2 feet long, if you remember her measuring it, 1 foot, 2 foot, or if we measured it using inches, it would have been a total of 24 inches long. Okay, I'm going to pause this video, and then we will continue to do the rest of this page and the homework pages together it'll be part 4. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.